How we doing, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. Today we are going to be talking about 5 things before you make your first investment or before you want to get into investing. Now let's get straight into it. These are my 5 things if you're a beginner investor, if you're learning to invest, or you're just, simply just looking around and you're going to think about investing soon. So the first thing is just to know that investing takes time. You don't get rich overnight, or you're not going to make crazy amounts of money overnight. So you will have to be patient and learn. Don't go into investing thinking, "Oh, I just want money." Go into it thinking about, "Okay, what is the stock market? Why am I getting into this? Why do I need the money? And why do I need profit gains? Why do I need to even spend my time doing this stuff?" Know your why, know why you're doing this, so that way you don't feel like you're wasting time when you're just being patient on a stock to go up or go down. Okay, that's one of the main things. You could have a goal of saving up for a car, for saving up for college, or just being financially stable or learning how to work with money. These could be reasons why you should, start investing. So that this ties into being patient. It's going to take time to make money. You're not going to go and just put $200 in and make $3,000 off of it. It just doesn't work like that. Okay. Realizing what kind of investor you are: short-term investor, long-term investor, or a day trader. Okay. So if you guys look at these are my investments, and these are just, this is something I've talked about previously as well, but these are the 4 stocks I have owned right now. Each and every single stock, they process in my head differently. When I look at GameStop, this is a short-term investment. It's cheaper, right? And I know the history of GameStop. I know what GameStop did in 2021. I know I've watched the movie called Dumb Money on Netflix. I know who Rowan Kitty is. I know all the hype. I know all the hate. I know all the people that, like to, talk about GameStop and be like, it's not going to see a crazy upside, and people like to manipulate the stock, whatever. Okay, so that is a stock that I am not willing to keep for too long. Okay, I just want to get quick gains and get out of that phase. But if you go down and see, I have Nvidia. I know about Nvidia, and I know about how it hit $1,000 and it did a split. And right now, the current share price is $119. Now, this is my long-term investment, and I am willing to keep this for 8 months to a year. And I trust the history. I trust the stock, and I know how it moves. Because I invested $15 back in December 19, 2023. As we could go down and see, I've been around Nvidia for a while, and this was one of my first investments was Nvidia. Okay, so I totally trust it. I'm not panicking if I see a loss. I'm not panicking if I don't see crazy gains, because I know in 4 to 5 months we're not going to be sitting at 119. Okay, at least I hope not, because I can say that based on the statistics previously, based on how we have did the past year, we've had a great run. Okay, and I'm thinking we can get some more bigger of a run. Okay, so that's a long-term investment, and this is another short-term investment. Now, the short-term investments, you guys, it's going to be a lot of fluctuating going on with short-term investments, just because people buy a lot, they sell a lot, they day trade short-term investments a lot. Okay, and if you have people that bought, like, I don't know, $3,000 like at the dip, and they sold up here, like, you have about 100 people doing that. Obviously that's going to make the stock go lower. A lot of sellers, a lot of people, they get under pressure and they sell when they start losing money. So everything ties in. So if I look at my chart right now, the stocks I've owned, this is how I do it. I get 2 long-term, 2 short-term, and like I substitute and day trade at least 1 stock. Okay, here and there I'll probably get $100 worth of AMC and sell it when it goes up. That's something I do. So I'm a mixed type of guy. I don't like just staying on one thing. I like having different categories of investments. So if you look at my portfolio right now, it's just Chipotle is my long-term, Nvidia is my long-term, GameStop Fuel Cell is my short-term, and I day trade Fuel Cell here and there. Okay, so That's something to keep in mind. Tracking your investments, just writing down. You see, if you just write down, let's say I write down about $30 of GME at $6, and then after 5 more days, I put GME at $15. Okay, this is what I mean by tracking your investments. And then I put after 5 more days, GME at $20. Okay, so I see on the third day, GME has increased, and after the third day, when it's a new month, GME goes back down to 15. Okay. Now give it some type of gap. I usually do 6 to 7 days, but I did this example for 5 days. You can do a gap as big as 8 to 9 days. Okay, I don't think more than 10 days, because that's a little too much. So probably a week or 5 days. This 5 to 7 days is perfect. But I usually do 6. I feel like that works best for me. So, because this kind of shows a pattern. Okay, after every 5 days, just write down what the share price is. Is it going up? Is it going down? Let's say I can say, hold on. If you buy $30 of GME at $30 and the share price goes up to 15, you're gonna make a profit there. If it goes back up to 20, you're gonna make a profit there. But then it goes back down to 15, right? And then after another 5 days, GME goes down to, let's say, $5 again. So now we have an idea that usually 3, 4, 5 on the fifth, on the fifth week, or on the fifth mark, it's low. Okay, it's back down to where you started. Okay, now when you do this, the main reason why I do this, so it's organized. So I feel like I'm not just looking at the stock after every 3 hours and I don't know what's going on, if it's going up or down, and I'm not panicking. I'm just giving it margin. I'm just giving it time period, because you got to let the stock do its thing. You just got to let it sit there and go up, go down, whatever. And after every 4 days, check in, see what it's doing, and kind of get the pattern down. So next time, if it hits 20, you would want to sell right here. Okay. And then if it goes back down to 5, probably buy more right here. Wait for it to go to 15, buy right there. And these are just examples, guys. This is something I do, and it works. It works for me. Okay, it has worked for me back when I was investing for NVIDIA in December all the way to May. I usually track my investments on Google Docs, but you can do it on Apple Notes. You can do it on a piece of paper. You can do it, I don't know, however you feel like doing it. You can do it whatever feels best for you, whatever you feel like you can access whenever you can access it. If you have free time, you should be able to just, look over at your investment, track them real quick, and just put it away. Okay. Learning as you go, you will lose a lot of money. It's part of investment. As you guys can see, I'm losing money right now. I'm at a $59 loss, and I really don't care. Okay, that's the thing. Like, we're down today, right? Fuel cell is down as well. We're down today. Great, great, great. But that's part of investing. Okay, you're not gonna just throw in 200 and make 400 out of nowhere. They're gonna be sometimes a long period of time that's going to be down. You're going to be down money, and then sometimes there's a long period of time you're up, right? And this is one of those steep hills that you got to get over, right? So just realizing that if you put $200 in, that 200 could double to 400, or it can come all the way down to $100, So just being comfortable with losing money, and you just learn from it. See what you did wrong. I know some of the bad investments I've made. I know some of the bad trades I've made, and that's totally fine. Okay? Don't follow other people's investment. This is a big one. Okay? It's very important to do your own research and realize what you're getting yourself into. If a YouTuber that has made over $10,000 in stocks put $2,000 in a stock and is like, buy this stock, it's gonna blow up. Here's why. And at the end of the video, they're like, do your own research, blah, blah, blah. But you're like, this guy looks like he knows what he's doing, and you invest. You just invest in that stock. there's a reason why people say do your own research. There's a reason why a lot of YouTubers like to say make sure you do your own research, so you're not just blindly following somebody, right? Everybody has different margins, guys. If I was to put $1,000 down in the stock, I would be panicking. I would be like, oh my God, no, it's going down, it's going up. Because a lot of people are not really comfortable with losing that type of money. $1,000 to somebody that's, you know, younger and not as wealthy as somebody who's, I don't know, 35, 34 and has made good money in the whole course of their lifetime. $1,000 to the younger person is probably going to be like 5,000 compared to the 34, 35-year-old person. It's like everybody's different. So just know your margin, know money that you're comfortable losing with is not something the person next to you is comfortable losing with. $1,000 to some people is like $10. They don't care if they lose that. So instead of putting 1,000, you should like split it, put 500 into 3 different stocks, see how they do. You get like 50, 20, 50, 20, get a little bit of gains, sell them, learn from it, and then you can start, putting down 600, 700 in a single stock. Not even splitting stocks and getting fractional shares. So it's important you do your own research. You sit down and you track your investments, so that way you're not just waiting for that YouTuber to drop another video and give you a follow-up. Because if they lose $1,000, if they lose $500, $600, they're like, whatever. They're just gonna kick it to the side. Because some people, guys, they simply have more money. They don't care if they lose money. Instead, they're gonna lose 1,000. They're gonna pull 3,000 more, put it down, make 2,000 the day after, right after. But other people can't do that, and that's totally fine. So be comfortable with losing money, but not losing a lot. You don't have to lose a lot in the starting. You can start off slow. You can learn as you go, do your research, track your investments, realize that it takes time. Have different type of investments. Try out different things. Try out a short-term investment. Try out a penny stock. Try out a long-term. Go into Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft. Wait for these companies to go down, then buy them. You buy low, sell high, just small things like that. So that is it for the video. That was my 5 things you should know before investing in Cash App and Robinhood, Webull, whatever. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.